Hello pre-calculus students, and welcome to the continuing series of videos on limits. And we're going to work on another problem here and learn a new algebraic trick. So here we have a rather complicated expression, 7 plus x inside the square root minus root 7 all over x. And we cannot do direct substitution because that would give us division by 0. So the trick here is to multiply by the conjugate. Okay? So if you remember from Algebra 2, if you had this problem, a plus b times a minus b, and you were to multiply that out, you would get a squared plus ab minus ab minus b squared, and then these two parts cancel, and you're left with a squared minus b squared. Okay, and we're going to do that same trick here to try and deal with the numerator, and hopefully that'll also help us deal with the numerator. So I'm going to take this exact same expression, square root of 7 plus x, and then root 7, but rather than subtract, we're just going to add this time. Okay, and whatever we do with the numerator, we're going to do the same thing with the denominator, because notice here all we're doing here is multiplying by 1. All right, that's the trick here. We're just all we're really doing. This expression here is just 1, so it's not really changing anything. Okay, but it does lead to some nice results. So if you multiply out the top, this expression, these first two terms give you root 7 plus x squared. The outer terms is going to give you positive root 7 plus x. The inner terms, here and here, are going to give you negative root 7 plus x. And the final two terms is going to give you minus root 7 times root 7. All of this over x, and I'm going to multiply it by the denominator as well. Root 7 plus x plus root 7. Okay, so this is an incredibly big mess, but some nice things come out of it. First, this part and this part are exactly the same, the one I circle and the ones I box, except their signs are flipped, so that cancels. This here is really just negative 7, and this here is just 7 plus x, because the square and the square root cancel each other. So now we have the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 plus x minus 7 divided by x root 7 plus x plus root 7. Okay. And then the nice thing too, this 7 and the negative 7 cancel each other. So now we are ending up with x, that's the limit as x approaches 0, over, this is x over x times root 7 plus x plus root 7. Okay. And these two terms cancel, and you're just ending up with a 1 here. So now that, if you know this is important here, once we get rid of this x, we can take 0 and make the substitution. So this is just 1 over 7 plus 0, square root around that, plus root 7. So that's 1 over 2 root 7, which is root 7 over 14. Okay? So there you have it, this kind of new trick here to deal with some complicated expressions that involve square roots. And so at this point, we've sort of exhausted, or not exhausted, but has learned enough tricks, algebraic techniques to deal with limits. So now we can go back and we can work with some other results here with left side, right side limits. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here and start a new one on left side, right side, and no limit situations. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.